Brooklyn Center High School for Tri-Metro Conference girls basketball. Tonight, the Centaurs hosting the Concordia Academy Beacons. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox, and for Brooklyn Center, a step back into varsity play this year for girls basketball after fielding just a junior varsity team a year ago, and the Centaurs have struggled. Certainly a young team and a small team, but they're learning on the fly and getting better as the season goes. Mike Contreras, a Brooklyn Center alum, coming back to his old school last year and working with these girls. He said their knowledge of the game is improving, their ball handling is improving, their shot selection is improving, and it's going to take little steps at a time for BC to get back and being strongly competitive here in girls basketball, but they're trying to do the right things and get started in that direction this year. Meanwhile, for Concordia, a good season for them. They're contending well in the conference, 12-4 overall. They've won 4 of their last 5 games and 5-2 in conference play. So the Beacons, team that has a good mixture of youth and age. Got some young players that have stepped in to really help out their cause this year. They're also definitely a lot bigger than the Centaurs in terms of height. They've got a couple of 6-footers on their team. Brooklyn Center is going to really have to concentrate on blocking out, keeping them off the offensive boards here this evening. And obviously the Centaurs would like to use a little bit of quickness and see if they can't put a little bit of pressure on the ball handlers for Concordia as they try and stay in this one. Stay tuned. It is Brooklyn Center Concordia girls basketball. Thanks for joining us here for Tri-Metro Girls Action on 12 Sports.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills 1 person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
And welcome back here to Brooklyn Center High School girls basketball alumni night, and some of the players have come back to watch the Centaurs here in action this evening as they try and score an upset here against a pretty good Beacons team from Concordia Academy. Here's a look at the starting lineup for these two teams. For Amy Bellis and the Beacons, Kristen Studi, a 6-foot senior, along with 6-foot senior Megan Fallert. In the front court, the guards, Michaela Walther, a 5'9" senior, Clara Paul, a 5'7" sophomore, and 5'6" senior Jacqueline Wadeking. And for Brooklyn Center, they start out with Miranda Hansen, a 5'5" senior at guard, along with Tiandra Ald, a 5'2" junior. Up front, Tashura Holmes, a 5'2" senior, Martina Confair, a 5'5" freshman, Dominique Hines, 5'8" senior, and we are underway. Beacons controlling the opening tip. And a drive to the baseline and a quick foul call as Walther took it to the hoop. And it looks like Ald will be whistled for that foul there. Gonna be 2 free throws upcoming here for Walther to start things out. She is the top scorer for this Concordia team at 12.8 per game. And misfires on the first. About a 67% free thrower for the season. Yeah, second one good, and Concordia is on the board first as they take a 1-0 lead, and BC will bring it up here. Ald on the dribble, almost had it knocked away, but able to recover it. Hines cross court now. Holmes goes down to the baseline with it there for Confair. Had to track it down out near midcourt. And we'll get a traveling call going against Brooklyn Center's Martina Confair, the freshman. There is a look at Amy Bellis, a 3rd year with Concordia, and a number of years 15 years total over at Cretin-Durham Hall and was the head coach for about a dozen of those. Little drive and dish, and they kick it back out. Studi passing it back over there to Clara Paul, and she cuts to the hoop. Brooklyn Center in a man-to-man defense here. The drive and dish pass was blocked, and it results in a turnover. Hines got in the passing lane there, and then up court we get a foul on Clara Paul of Concordia. There is a look at Mike Contreras. Came back to take over this program. He'd been coaching as an assistant in the North boys program for a while. Tashura Holmes into a double team and ripped away. Paul sending it ahead. Nice drive and layup won't go, but second try good for Fallert. After Studi missed the first one, Fallert's averaging just under 10 rebounds per game and got an offensive putback right there to put the Beacons up 3-0. You see, look, very nice move there, but just not able to finish. But Fallert's there on the other side, and Mike Contreras uses a quick timeout here on the Centaur side, and we talked about being alumni night here and not just alumni players. We've got Roger Hansegard on the left and Dan Selberg on the right. Longtime coaches. Coach Hansegard was the head coach for a long time here, and he also, after he retired from Brooklyn Center, went over and coached at Concordia. So he's got some ties to both of these programs, and you will not meet nicer guys than Roger Hansegard and Dan Selberg. And Dan continued to teach at Brooklyn Center and then had been coaching in the Park Center girls program just up the road as well in the more recent seasons. Holmes spun away, lost it briefly. Confair has it on the baseline, trying to shovel a pass over. Holmes gets it back. They whip it around to Hines, but she is called for the travel as she shuffled him there before she put it on the deck. Wadekin will inbound in the backcourt here for Concordia, getting it to Walter. Brooklyn Center springs a double team on her. Way down into the corner, they got it to Studi, and then across, and the layup is good for Fallert, getting her second bucket. She has the only field goals in the game so far, 5-0 Beacons. And it gets away from Holmes. She's able to save it, but Concordia coming right back the other way. Swooping left-hand layup won't drop there for Walter, and Hines grabs the rebound for BC. Hines really the only Centaur with much size, and that pass even too tall for her there. Dominique's at about 5'8", and obviously turnovers have been a problem so far for Brooklyn Center. Not really been able to get up shot attempts because they've had trouble controlling the ball. Concordia working the ball across the top of the perimeter, and that leads to an open look, and it's knocked down for three by Wadekin. Good little penetration and then kick over to the left side. 8-0 quickly here for Concordia. Holmes has that pass batted and taken, but then Concordia returns the favor with a turnover of their own as they threw it ahead for Studi and not able to get it to go. Another look at this, just a little drive there and bounce pass from Clara Paul over there to Wadekin, and buries the three for an 8-0 lead. Now Hines looking to shoot it. Hard off the backboard as it was partially blocked from behind there. And now Paul into the front court here for Concordia. Studi, who was out with an ACL injury last year, has come back and been a valuable player for the Beacons. Little shot fake and drive and back out for another three attempt by Wadekin, this time not able to get it to go. And Holmes winds up with the rebound for Brooklyn Center. Centaurs looking to get on the board for the first time, and Confair traveled. Clara Paul into the front court here for Concordia. Brooklyn Center dropping into a 2-3 zone, looks like here. Coach Contreras said, we generally prefer. There's a three put up and put down by Michaela Walter as she drills at 11-0 now. Coach Contreras said we generally don't want to play zone. We feel like it, is going to teach the players better by having to play man-to-man, but sometimes it's kind of a necessity kind of thing. Poked away there by Paul, but it will stay with Brooklyn Center. Coach Bella said we've got some streaky shooters and trying to get things heated up. Centaurs miss a long one there, and Walter coming back the other way now for Concordia. Kicks it over, and Wadican open again, and she nails it. Hit down, knocked down 2 of 3 from three-point land here, and it's a 14-0 lead for the Beacons. Holmes picks up that dribble. All looking high post, but taken away there by Wadican, and now here comes Concordia again. Paul getting it ahead to Walter. Back out near the top of the key. Too strong with that one was Paul. And Ald will work it up court. Here's Hines looking to attack between the defense, and she scores. And Brooklyn Center on the board. Dominique Hines, a nice move to the hoop. Coach Contreras said we've had to really talk to the girls too about taking good shots. If it's there, shoot it. We're not going to get mad at you if they don't all go in. And there's a three-pointer knocked down by Walter, and you can see the Beacons do definitely have some shooters. There's a double team sprung, and they force another turnover. Drive to the hole, left-hand layup is good by Studi, and I think we're gonna have another timeout taken here by Brooklyn Center as they fall behind 19-2. And we talked a little bit about that size, and right there, Concordia doing a good job of disguising what they're gonna do and then getting the trap with much taller players than the ball handler, and it results in that bucket there for Kristen Studi, who is averaging 10.5 a game this season for the Beacons. And again, she was out, knee injury last year, and playing without a brace, which a lot of times you'll see when players, they have had ACL injury come back playing with a brace, but good to see that she's able to be back. And you like to see somebody be able to play their senior season, certainly too. And for Mike Contreras, he knew it was going to be a situation where a lot of patience would be required for him as he comes in. But he said, I'm committed to this to try and help this program get better. And I think a key for Brooklyn Center too is if they're going to be able to get players involved at a younger age. You can just see the inexperience, and it's tough to be playing, high school basketball or varsity ball when you haven't played a whole lot on the way up. And you're in many cases going against teams who maybe started playing as 3rd, 4th graders, and you've got somebody playing, for the first time 9th grade. Well, it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle, and that's what they're looking at here tonight. Holmes working her way into the front court. Doubled up there, got the pass away to all. Nope, got a travel call on Holmes as her feet were kind of busy there before she got that pass away. In for Concordia now, Ella Beardsley, number 3. Also, Annika Newman, number 21, a freshman, is in for Concordia. Brooklyn Center back to man here. Here comes Newman, a drive, dishing over to Beardsley. Short with that one. Battle for the rebound and pulled out of there by Paul. Handoff here goes to Studi. Her jumper won't drop, and Hansen there for the board for Brooklyn Center. Ald getting it ahead. Baseline drive by Hines, and she was fouled and will go to the line for 2. Good quick first step there by Hines, and they will get Clara Paul with the foul. Now, Concordia only has 2 fouls, but both of them on Clara Paul, so it might be something that they'll need to look at in terms of playing time for her the rest of the half. And there's Dominique Hines hitting the first free throw, so she has all 3 Centaur points. And indeed, we are going to see Paul check out, and reporting in is Jilly Bloomer for Concordia. Second free throw is also good, so Hines knocks down a pair, and Brooklyn Center Now down 19-4. Bloomer being pressured out high a little bit by Holmes. Got the pass away. Beardsley wide left with that three, but an offensive rebound try won't go for Studi, and they'll get another crack at it though. High arcing jumper won't drop for Walter, and we get a foul underneath on on Concordia. And looks like Studi will be whistled for that foul, so third team foul on the Beacons. They again look to trap right near half court. Hines with it. All across to Holmes. Centaurs moving the ball around well. Holmes fires one up there, no good. Bloomer swings it over to Beardsley. Double team there. Holmes almost had the steal. And Centaurs stepping up the defensive pressure a little bit. Nice drive down the middle, and it rolls out. Hines rebounding the miss for Walter. It was a very nice move, just didn't quite get it to go in. All trying to go to Hansen, but poked away. Another turnover here, and up court come the Beacons. Studi dumping it inside. Newman wheels and scores with the left hand. Well, hello, Newman. She's able to get one right away coming off the bench, the freshman. And a running layup try won't quite drop. Follow-up opportunity won't go. And then Hansen grabs the rebound. Hines stepping into that one, but misses. Walter up with it here for Concordia Academy. 9:50 to play here, first half. Tri-Metro girls basketball on 12 Sports. And a young Brooklyn Center team trailing big early here. And there's Newman with another nice move to the hole and lays it up and in with the left hand. Newman averages about 8 points per game, so not a huge surprise for Concordia fans to see her come in and get some things done offensively. Scramble for it on the floor, and ultimately Newman comes away with it. Baseline drive into traffic, but then kicked out, and the jumper bounces, won't drop. Nice rebound gathered there by Confair for Brooklyn Center. Ald's pass is tipped, but Holmes gets it. Holmes in the lane, not able to get it to drop. Bloomer moving up court. Newman with it on the left side here. Drops that pass off into traffic and thrown away. As into a little bit of a double team there was Walter. She tried to kick it over to Beardsley, but not quite on target. Subs in now for Concordia. Wadekin will come back in. Shannon Moore in for the first time, number 24, a 5'7" junior. Hauled across court and taken away here quickly by Concordia's Wadekin. Beardsley looking up court. Moore looking to attack and gets up a quick jumper and scores it. Nothing like coming off the bench and getting a good touch on the ball first time down the court. Puts the shot up and in. 25-4 now, Beacons. Holmes open from the top of the key. Wide left with that one, and Newman out of there with it now for Concordia. Newman trying to go all the way and was fouled by Hines, and Newman will head to the free throw line for a pair. And Newman's free throw attempt not good on the first one. Is a pretty decent free thrower for the year, it looks like. About 69%. And she indeed does make the second one. So a 26-4 lead now for Concordia Academy. Holmes in a little trouble, but got it away to Ald. Holmes pass tipped, and it will stay with Brooklyn Center as they tried to get it down in the corner to Confair. Ald looking to trigger it in here for BC. And dangerous pass there, a little collision. Beardsley got the worst of that one. Brooklyn Center keeps it. And we will get a traveling call there on Confair. So the defender got a hand on the ball, and it kind of screwed up her timing as she was driving with that one. And a nice steal there by Hines, and then Newman tried to take it right back. It will be out of bounds, last touched by Brooklyn Center. So Concordia basketball here with about 7.5 minutes to play here in this opening half. Bloomer's pass tipped by Holmes and almost recovered by the Beacons, and now ultimately it is, and they'll get it back to Beardsley. Beardsley, long pass ahead for Newman, got a little too far underneath and couldn't get it to drop. And it's Bloomer ending up with it here for Concordia. They look to get reset here. Beardsley drives and dishes for Moore. That one's short on the rim, and Holmes is first to it. Shira Holmes into the front court. Tried to go to Hansen, but intercepted there by Wadekin for Concordia. And she's going to launch up a shot, won't drop, and rebound grabbed off there by Hines. Confair shooting, no good. And Beardsley will grab it the other way here for the Beacons. Trying a little set a ball screen there. They get it to Newman on the pick and roll. Won't drop, but she is fouled and will head back to the free throw line. The pick part of it really didn't work out that well. The defender got over the screen, but they still were able to find the screener rolling to the hoop there. And Confair will pick up the foul. Newman's free throw is good. See, she's done a nice job since coming off the bench. Fowlert will come back in here for Concordia. And Newman makes a pair, and then she's going to check out as Jayla Ritter, a freshman, will check in. Cross to Holmes, gets it to Hines. She'll take that jumper just inside the arc, no good, but knocked out of bounds there by Bloomer, and it will stay with Brooklyn Center. So that's not a bad looking shot there for the Centaurs. Obviously, turnovers have been a difficult thing for them tonight. You know, kind of mastering the part about being quick with the ball, but without being in such a hurry that you're turning it over. And obviously, that's happened more than they would like tonight. Confair across. Hines will take that jumper and short with that one, but Holmes is there for the rebound. Can't get it to drop inside, and a nice rebound grab by Ritter. Bloomer is going to stop and pop that one, no good. And we get a foul call against Concordia as Hines had inside position going for that rebound and was fouled there by Fallert. It'll be her first and team foul number 4 on Concordia, and a timeout on the court here with 5:44 to go here in this opening half. Hines has all 4 of the points for Brooklyn Center. Scoring's been spread out nicely for Concordia as Walter has hit a couple threes and a free throw, has 7 points. Wadekins nailed a couple of threes, has 6. And Newman also 7 off the bench here for Concordia. So they have kind of taken care of business here, which, you know, coming into the game based on scores prior is not a big surprise. They've obviously done a good job this year. Really, with the exception of St. Croix Lutheran, the other 3 losses that Concordia has is to all quite a bit bigger schools, it looks like, too. So they're especially considering school size. They're doing very well this year. Centaurs working around Confair, an open shot, but won't go. Great hustle by Holmes, but not quite able to save it to a teammate. It goes out of play, and we will have Concordia inbounding in the backcourt. Brooklyn Center coming with some pressure, and it pays dividends as that ball thrown away there a little too long by Bloomer. Talking with Coach Contreras about that a little bit. He said one thing we should be able to do a little bit is pressure. And if you've got some quickness and some willingness to really play D, you can get some things done that way. Put up too strong there by Confair. Ooh, and a high dribble there. Back-to-back turnovers there against Concordia as Bloomer had that dribble get away from her a little bit. And she'll take a breather here now, and Walter comes back into the Beacons lineup. Now, if you're Concordia, obviously, you prefer to be the team that's ahead in a game like this, but you also don't want to start to get bad habits and think, wow, we're way ahead. We don't have to focus on the little details. And shot missed there, but grabbed back by Holmes, and BC will get another opportunity. Ald swings it over. Confair, a jumper, no good with that one. And the board grab by Walter. Traveling call there against Concordia's Moore, and Brooklyn Center will get the ball back. Checking in for the Beacons is Studi. Ald into the front court. Gets it to Hansen at the high post. Turns, fires, and hits it. A long one for Miranda Hansen, who buries that one. She's a good rebounder, and that time got an opportunity and didn't hesitate. Turned and let it fly. So BC gets its second bucket. And we get an official stoppage here for, I think, because of injury, as Confair was hobbling a little bit. Another look at this one as Ald gets the pass to Hansen at the high post, and no hesitation here. Catches and fires and knocks it down. So no foul or turnover or anything on the last play. They just stopped because it looked like Confair was hobbling a little bit, so just to check with her if she was all right. She still looks like she's favoring that leg a little bit. Inside it comes, and up and in by Ritter on a acrobatic turnaround there. That was not a real easy shot, but she's able to make it. They go back to Hansen. She's going to shoot again. That one's a little too hard. And then Hansen went after the rebound quite aggressively there and ends up fouling Walter. Going to see some subs here, looks like, for both teams right now. Samantha McCulloch, number 3, coming in here for Brooklyn Center. Nice press break here for the Beacons, and shot won't drop, but free throws upcoming for Ritter as she went to the hoop. And the foul call looks like it'll go against McCulloch. So here's Ritter stepping to the line. And her free throw won't go. And second one, an air ball there, so it'll go over to Brooklyn Center. Ald bringing it up here for the Centaurs. Hines passing across. Holmes traveled before she could get that ball into Hansen. So Concordia basketball. Here's Newman splitting the D. She scores, and the foul. Annika Newman getting the ball to drop there, and she'll get a free throw upcoming. She saw an opening right away and went right between the defenders, and a reach-in call there on McCulloch there. So Newman trying to complete the three-point play. That one won't drop. And it's going to be last touch by Brooklyn Center. So Concordia doesn't get the three-point play, but they do get another opportunity here. They go to the corner with it and then back across. Wadikin open for three, and she hits her third three-pointer of the night. And now a 35-6 margin. Holmes pass tipped. Now Beardsley's going to come back in for Ritter for the Beacons. Wadikin will work it into the front court here for Concordia. Newman at the baseline, dishing. Strong move to the hoop, and Studi gets it to drop. Her second field goal here tonight, 37-6 Concordia. Newman steals that pass. BC looking to settle into a zone here as Concordia identifies that D and deciding how to attack. Newman, a nice pass over, and the layup rolls in again. Back-to-back hoops for Kristen Studi, and they really did a nice job attacking the zone that time. Auld will shoot it from the corner, in and out. And a battle for it ends up in a tie-up as Hansen and Newman went for it, and it will stay Brooklyn Center ball. Pretty good look from the corner there by Auld. She looked like she had pretty good form, and that's a shot I don't think they'd mind her taking there based on, even though it didn't quite roll in. Holmes firing that one up there, no good. Newman grabs it for Concordia. Minute 40 to play here in this first half. Back across, shot fake there, and then baseline jumper put up and won't go for Walter. And now Holmes is fouled in the backcourt by Newman. Newman saw an opportunity there to reach for that ball and just got a little piece of the hand instead. And sub coming in now for Concordia as Moore reports in. Oops, might have gotten away with a travel there. Now Hines putting up the jumper, won't drop. Beardsley out of there with it. Maybe the smallest player on the court came down with that rebound, or one of them anyway. Holmes might be a little shorter. Now Beardsley to the baseline, and they go back out. Beardsley shooting, and that one won't drop. Nice rebound in traffic there by Hines. And now Auld pushing it ahead. 50 seconds remaining in the half. A little stop and go, and had a foul call on the reach in for Concordia. Beardsley will be whistled for that one. Sixth foul, so not in the bonus. If they commit another, then they will be. And Beardsley steals that inbound pass. Walter swings it around. Beardsley. Now they look baseline to Moore. And back out to the corner. Wadikin too long with that one, but a nice rebound grab. And then they can't get that pass in tight quarters there, and taken away by Hansen. Under 20 to go now in this first half. All back across. Holmes gets it to Hansen, turns and shoots, but that one was blocked. Beacons out of there with it as we go under 10 seconds to play. Walter driving it and then kicks it over to Beardsley on the move. Her shot is up and will not drop. And we have reached the halfway point in this one, and Concordia taking a big lead here at halftime. Our score at the half is Beacons 39, Centaurs 6. We'll have our first half highlights and then second half of basketball coming up here on 12 Sports.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Welcome back here to Brooklyn Center High School. The fans taking their crack at hitting half-court shots here as the Centaurs trail Concordia Academy 39-6 here in Tri-Metro girls basketball. We take a look at some first half highlights, starting with the Beacons. Nice feed underneath. Studi getting it over there to Fallert for the layup. And then they kick it over, and been a hot shooting half for Jacqueline Wadikin as she's nailed 3 3-pointers, starting with that one there. Here's Brooklyn Center's first hoop as Dominique Hines drives into the middle and able to get that short shot to go. And Concordia working the ball around nicely, swinging it side to side, and Michaela Walter knocking down one of her 2 3-pointers on the right side there. Nice strong move as Newman came off the bench and did some good things immediately for them. And there's Miranda Hansen scoring the other Centaur field goal. And nice passing here. Newman getting it over, and Studi a good strong move to finish that. As we look at the scoring leaders, Newman off the bench with 9, Wadikin at 9, Walter 7, and you see Hines at 4 points and Hansen 2 for Brooklyn Center. We'll be back with our second half of basketball here from the home of the Centaurs here at 12 Sports.
You always made sure I brushed my teeth.
You told me that smart was cool.
You always told me to dream big.
To all of those parents who took the time to make raising their children their most important job, we'd like to say,
thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thanks, Mom and Dad.
This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
I never thought I'd miss you half as much as I do. It must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best.
It must be love. It must be hospice.
And welcome back here to Brooklyn Center as we get set to begin half number 2, and the Beacons way ahead here, obviously, of the Centaurs, and looking to pick up their 13th win of the season, and well on their way to doing so. As you look there at Angie Winnie, number 24, who's checked into the lineup here for Brooklyn Center, and also Kai Simmons, number 20. They've got mostly a whole different group. 25 is Ebony Russell. Miranda Hansen is out there for the Centaurs, who has started the game. Nice baseline drive, and the finish there by Studi as she gets the hoop to go. So this is Kai Simmons, number 20, working her way into the front court. Very close game in the C Squad game right before this. Concordia ended up winning, I believe it was by 1 point, maybe 2. And the layup after the steal is good for Walter. Here's Hansen, jabbed away from her, but she gets it back. Picks up the dribble, then it was knocked away again. And able to get that pass over, and on the run, it bounces and drops for Simmons. So she comes in and gets an early hoop for Brooklyn Center. Concordia looking to run through their offense here and drive, and then a baseline pass. And we will get a foul call on the way to the hoop there, looks like. Another look at this nice drive here by Simmons, and able to get it off the glass and good. Foul call win against McCulloch there for Brooklyn Center. Three-point attempt by Paul won't go. Rebound grabbed off there by Winnie. And now Simmons. And she was tripped up. Both players fall and get the foul call against Concordia. Obviously kind of a, excuse me, kind of foul. Just got their feet tangled up. And it looks like it will be on Clara Paul, so she's managed to pick up 3 of the fouls that they've committed tonight. Russell back out to Winnie. Winnie drives and shoots, no good. Left-hander not able to get it to drop, and looks like the Beacons stepped on the end line on the way out of there with that outlet, so Brooklyn Center will get it right back. Trying to sneak that inbound. They do get it to Winnie. Now Hansen. Kulak coming out to get it. Here's Winnie looking to lob it inside, but instead stolen away there by Fallert for Concordia. Shot fake and then a drive into the lane, and the jumper knocked down there by Walter for the Beacons. 45-8 now for Concordia. And there's a steal. Up court comes Studi, going all the way, no good, but was fouled on the play by Simmons. And so 2 free throws upcoming. Good hustle to get back in there by Simmons, and you know, you don't give up an easy layup. I mean, that's competing. That's something you like to see. I mean, a foul isn't always the worst thing. You take away that layup opportunity. Free throw good by Studi. Chance to go into double figures for her if she can make this one, and she does. So now 10 points for Kristen. And it's a 47-8 lead here for Concordia. And there's a steal by Wadekin. Goes to the hoop. It gets it to drop and one. Jacqueline Wadekin, a tough shot there as she scooped it up after drawing that foul and able to get it to fall. And Simmons will be whistled for the personal. That was an acrobatic one there. Moore will come in, as will Ritter for Concordia. Wadekin looking to complete the three-point play, but misses. Rebound run down there by Studi, and they'll get another opportunity. But then a turnover taken away. Here comes Simmons, too strong with that one though, and Moore rebounds for the Beacons. Man-to-man defense here for Brooklyn Center. Ritter giving it to Moore in traffic, trying to get that pass away, and a jump ball call. And it will go to Brooklyn Center. Bloomer comes in for Concordia. Winnie with it here for the Centaurs, and taken away there by Bloomer. Bloomer elects not to go to the hoop there. She'll bring it back out and get their offense set. Moore open on the baseline and off the back of the rim, no good. Beacons had the rebound, and unfortunately it looks like Studi got shaken up a little bit. She gave the thumbs up to the bench when they asked if she's all right. Simmons was bumped. We're going to get a foul call going against Clara Paul. And that might be about the only thing that's gone wrong tonight for the Beacons, is that Clara has managed to get 4 fouls so far. And Newman will come in to replace her. Russell's pass taken away there by Bloomer. Bloomer, hard jump stop, missed it, but gets it right back and misses again in close. And then taken out of there by Simmons. Simmons had it knocked free, and then we'll get a tie up. This time goes to Concordia. Well, Beacons did a good job, Bloomer there, of coming to a hard jump stop, but then missed twice from close range in that last opportunity there. Newman driving it, won't go, gets it right back. Brought the ball down though, and she's tied up. Centaurs will get possession. Newman did a good job rebounding, but kind of brought that ball to her waist and left it exposed to a defender there. Simmons slowly into the front court here for Brooklyn Center. Had it poked away, and then it goes out of bounds off of Simmons. It will be Concordia basketball. Yeah, Concordia has only got, looks like 5 subs dressed, so they've really used everybody. They're not really going to be able to go any deeper into the bench to kind of pull back on the score, it looks like. Ritter posting up. Had a little trouble with the handle though, and we were going to get out of bounds was Ritter. So it'll be Brooklyn Center basketball. Simmons working it slowly to the front court here for BC. Here's Hansen looking to get free for a shot. She'll fire it up there, no good. Newman and Hansen fighting for the rebound, and it's another tie-up. This one will go the Beacons' way. Well, Coach Contreras said relentless for Hansen is one of the words he used to describe her, and you can see that there. Going to get a foul call there on the shot as Simmons went up for it. Or Simmons whistled for the foul anyway. Shannon Moore to the free throw line. And it looks like they got that last foul on Winnie rather than Simmons. And Moore able to bank it home. I don't think she called glass there, but it'll count. And Concordia wholesale changes here as Beardsley comes back in, as does Fallert and Wadekin. Another one here for Moore, and that one goes in a more conventional way with nothing but net. Studi coming back into the Concordia lineup for Moore here. Simmons with Beardsley defending her. Gets it over to Winnie. Her turnaround try won't drop. Michaela Walther out of there with it for Concordia. Walther drives and goes baseline and gets it right back. Dish back there, a little pull up, and it rolls in and out there for Fallert. And then knocked away. It'll be Brooklyn Center maintaining possession here. Simmons into the front court here for the Centaurs. Out of the 11.5 minutes to go in this one. Beardsley jabbing at it. Now they get it over to Hansen. Simmons, high arcing shot, won't drop. Fowler grabs the rebound for Concordia. Now Beardsley. Walther puts it on the deck and then kicks it over to Beardsley for a baseline jumper, and that's good. Ella Beardsley getting her first basket of the night here for the Beacons, and they go up 53-8. Knocked away, and Wadekin comes away with it here for Concordia. And now Beardsley. Down to the baseline, Beardsley open again. That time faded back away from the shot a little bit and missed it. Nice rebound though by Studi, and Wadekin open for his shot. That won't go, in traffic. Rebound by Fowler, and then her shot partially blocked on the way up. And it will stay with Concordia. Walter gets it in. Wadekin will nail a three. Her fourth, made three of the night. She has 14 points here for the Beacons. And the try for an answer at the other end, not quite there for Kai Simmons. Newman back in and Confair back in for BC. Here's Beardsley coming out to get it at the top of the key. Simmons pressuring her hard. And that'll be a traveling call there against Michaela Walther. Simmons handing it over to Confair. And an ear still there, but Simmons able to get it back. Hansen almost ran into her teammate now, shoots it up there too hard. And the Beacons come away with it. Walther works her way to the edge of the lane, stops and fires. Nice rebound there by Confair, reaching out to snare that one. Winnie back out to Confair. And Confair will put it up. That one's wide left. Walther giving it over to Beardsley, and now to the corner. Wadekin thought about it, but goes to Newman instead, and then inside. Nice pass. Won't drop there for Fallert, but she was fouled. And Hansen will pick up that foul. See on the right of your screen there, the clock is still running with this margin. We've gone into running time here. And the free throw good for Megan Fallert. Second one won't drop. Ooh, and Winnie went down hard. And she is shaken up. And looks like she's favoring her left leg, maybe knee. It's hard to tell. You're gonna help her off there, obviously in some pain. As they were just getting ready for this rebound, and she tried to block out. Ooh, and sprawling to the side there. It looked like definitely was in pain immediately there. Trying to do, you know, what Coach asked to get over there and block out, but got her foot tangled up there, so. Nadia Maciel, number 42, coming into the lineup for Brooklyn Center to replace her. And there's a steal by Walter. She will not elect to try and go to the hoop. Beardsley coming to get it in traffic. Swings it down to the baseline there for Walter. That one won't drop, but Newman is there for the board. Newman dumps it to the baseline. Nice passing around the horn. They won't go. A second try won't go. A third try won't go. Beardsley fighting for the rebound and then grabbed by Confair, and we're going to get a foul call on Beardsley of Concordia. So some tough luck in traffic there by Fallard. On the run, Simmons off the back of the iron, won't go, and Concordia out of there with it. Walter will bring it. You can see they're really trying to work on some of their half-court sets here. There are a couple times when they could have had an opportunity maybe to try and get another layup, but they're more interested in working on some things right now, too. Jumper won't go, and Fallard's gotten up an awful lot of shots of late, not getting them to drop, however. So Centaur basketball. Return pass is behind its target, and now Beardsley speeding the other way, and she almost fell down. Shot blocked, a couple more opportunities, and there'll be free throws upcoming here for Concordia. Fallard will go to the line. And Maciel will pick up the foul. And free throw will not drop for Fallard. Concordia subbing in 4 new players here. Moore, Paul, Ritter, and Bloomer coming back in for the Beacons. Missed the free throw again, but then goes and gets the rebound and scores. Megan Fallert putting that one in for Concordia. Confair's jumper off the glass, no good. Ritter back out and around. They'll work at baseline. Moore swings it back out to Bloomer. And tried to go down low, looking weak side with it, and Ritter was cutting to the hoop, and it's over her head. And a timeout requested here, so BC will talk things over. Next up for the Centaurs, they go to De La Salle on Tuesday night the 4th, and then they're back here at home against St. Paul Academy on February 7th, Friday night, and then at Christ Household of Faith, or at Salvation Army to play Christ Household of Faith on the 8th. Concordia, after this one, they've got Minnehaha Academy on Tuesday, and then Friday at St. Agnes. Down to the baseline here. Jump shot put up there and blocked by Bloomer. pass is tipped. Bloomer gets to it. Bloomer calling for it open, and she hits the jumper and then is knocked down. We will get a foul call as well. Interesting to see. Now they're going to count the bucket and give her one free throw. It was kind of after the shot had been released. Ebony Russell coming out and trying to block her out and knocked her down there. So they're going to call it a field goal. I thought for the possibility that it would be not a foul on the shot, but after the play, but they'll just give her one. I don't think it's a foul there that you want to call, but she did knock her down pretty hard, so not much choice there. And missed there by Confair. Moore looking to the baseline. That one will come all the way through. Oh, nice job to hustle after it there and grab it by Bloomer. And it was right over in front of me. I could see she was just barely in bounds and stayed. And they don't get another opportunity up at that one. Simmons. Here's Hansen. Turns and shoots. No good. And batted out of bounds. And it will be Brooklyn Center basketball. As Fowler checks back in here for the Beacons. Osseo trying to drive that one and lost it. And Concordia's Fowler not quite able to save it, so Brooklyn Center will get it back. That shot partially blocked and then knocked out of bounds. It will be Concordia ball. Down to the corner, Moore passing it around. And pass deflected. A nice job by Simmons to get a piece of that one. And the Centaurs will come up with it. Well, they get a Osseo shot, no good. So they want to get, one more try at least to get into double figures if you're BC here. Back across, Fowlert will shoot it up there, and she hits. Two-pointer for Fowlert. Osseo lets it rip, but not able to get that one to go. Simmons still working hard, chasing the ball handler there. Nice move to the hoop there. Boy, just a little shot fake there. Able to get the defender off. It was very convincing that she was going to go up with the shot. And got the defender out of position, drove right by her. Simmons shooting won't drop. And that is going to do it for our ball game here tonight. So tough one for the home club here, the Centaurs, but they kept on battling, and Concordia showing why they've been a solid team this year, as Concordia wins it here tonight by a score of 65-8. Best of luck to both teams as they continue on with the season here, and thanks for joining us for Tri-Metro Girls Basketball on 12 Sports. For all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from Brooklyn Center High School.